We gathered together this morning to commemorate an event that majority of you were not even around for.
Present up!
To have a special guest with us today. Our keynote speaker for the morning is none other than our very own Mayor of the town of Apple Valley, Mr. Scott Nassif.
Well, good morning. Doing all right? I'm Scott Nassif, Mayor for the town of Apple Valley, and I'm honored to join you in this remembrance of 9/11 Patriots Day. I know in 2001, most of you weren't even born, and that's been said many times before, but the town council appreciates the efforts of AAE to continue to mark this day each year with remembrance. It's important to know, to not only remember the terrible events of that day, but more importantly, to remember the strength of the American spirit that persevered through the time of unthinkable crisis. While I hope and pray that none of us have ever faced that situation like 9/11, there are some lessons in leadership during the crisis that we can learn from then Mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani. These lessons are ones that you can apply in any situation, any crisis or stress. It doesn't have to be the tragedy on the scale of 9/11, and I know many of you are leaders in your school, your sports, clubs, and churches. And I hope that you'll see the ways that we can apply these simple principles to leadership roles that we do today and in the future. First of all, be visible. When times are hard, things are scary, and people are confused. A leader must be visible, show up. That might be at the scene of a disaster, or it might mean being in a meeting where difficult conversations need to take place. As a leader, it's our job to do the things, so be visible. Mayor Giuliani also tells us to be composed. In a crisis, a leader will be under a tremendous amount of pressure, and all eyes will be on you. People are looking for reassurance. If we look panicked, they will lead others to panic. Act calm, stay in control, even if inside you don't feel that way. Giuliani shared this once. My father used to say to me, whenever you get in a jam, whenever you get in a crisis or an emergency, become the calmest person in the room. That way you'll be able to figure your way out of it. Next, be vocal. You are visible and composed, and all people are looking to you for what to do next. Now is the time to be vocal and tell them other specific plans, actions, and steps to lay out. Your leadership becomes tangible here. Give them something to grab onto. Share your vision for the next steps, for recovery, for overcoming the crisis, and speak up and take charge. Finally, a leader must be resilient. As you reflect a calm confidence, share with those around you that there is hope. Express optimism. Things will get better. That you know that you have the ability to make it through this crisis and come out stronger on the other side. Be visible, be composed, be vocal, be resilient. Be leaders in good times and in bad. Giuliani once said the attacks of 9/11 were intended to break our spirit. Instead, we have emerged stronger, more unified, and we are more determined than ever to live our lives in freedom. General Colin Powell, who was Secretary of State at the time of the events of 9/11, said this: "You can be sure the American spirit will always prevail over this tragedy." For all of us, 9/11 remind us to take nothing for granted, appreciate our freedoms, count our blessings, and strive to help our fellow man and cherish our family and friendships. I want to thank you guys for being here, and I hope you always remember those. Even though you weren't there, a lot of us were there. I remember it very vividly in my mind what took place that day, and I appreciate AAE for continuing this remembrance, and so we can all appreciate those who lost their lives that day. Thanks again.